Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Darren G, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create a YouTube thumbnail, but not only a YouTube thumbnail, actual YouTube thumbnail for this video. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you something really cool in order to help you optimize your thumbnail and get better results. Let's get into it. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how I go, the process of me creating a YouTube thumbnail, and how you can do it for free and fairly quickly. So the first thing I do is obviously I need to come up with a title for my video, and in this video I'm going to create a title for this video. So you're actually watching me create a title for the video that you're currently watching, if that makes any form of sense. So because we're concentrating on thumbnails and I'm creating it about thumbnails, I'm going to type in, let's have a look, how to make a thumbnail, how to make a YouTube thumbnail. Let's have a look at that. Google. I use Google as my friend, so I've got keywords everywhere, which is a extension that's plugged into Google Chrome, and it kind of gives me the search volume. So YouTube thumbnail size, that gets a lot of searches. Competition is really low. Okay, that's interesting. I might look at that if I'm honest. So let me just open up a new tab with that one in and look at those searches. That's insane. That is really high. So okay, let's see if we can create a video around kind of that title. Now, in order to get the title, I use something called TubeBuddy. I do pay for it, but it's about £10 a month, something along those lines. I do think you can get so much of the information for free, but if you're doing a lot of YouTube videos, it's definitely worth a tenner. If I'm honest, let me go into YouTube, and what I'll do is I'll show you where it is. So basically, once you've TubeBuddy's up here, so I would click on this, go to Keyword Explorer, and what was that? YouTube thumbnail size. Let's have a look. YouTube thumbnail size. I apologize about the background noise. It's absolutely roasting today in my office, so I've got the doors wide open so you can hear the birds and the wind. Okay, so that's giving me 59. That's good. YouTube thumbnail size. Okay, so maybe we need to expand on that. So how to make YouTube thumbnail, thumbnail, and what is the best size? Let's see what that's probably going to come up absolutely terrible because there's too, wow. Okay, 100. I like that. I'm probably not going to put all of that on my thumbnail if I'm honest, but it could be the video title. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that. I'm going to open up Notepad and I'm going to add that title to it. Okay. I think personally what I'm going to do is, that's why it's come up as that, because I've done the typing error. Look at that. Hot. Don't want to do hot. That doesn't make any sense. No wonder TubeBuddy saying it's good. How to make. Alright, try again. It's definitely not going to be 100 this time. I'm lying. It's still good. All good. So let me just change that out. How? So I think personally what I'm going to do for my title of the thumbnail is just cut it down to that. How to make a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so let's look at the options of making a thumbnail. You want it to stand out, you want it to be colourful. If you look at all of these in the background here, a lot of them have got people. I would say if you're comfortable, you need to be showing yourself really on YouTube, and just get a picture kind of like this, freeze it, and that's your thumbnail. Stick a bit of text on it. That looks good. It stands out. A lot of them seem to go down this route. These ones are not so good on that. Okay, so let's have a look. So one option that you'll hear everybody talk about is Canva. Now Canva is completely free, and you can have the paid version. I do actually have the paid version, but only because I'm lazy. And the main tool I use it for is to remove backgrounds. However, if you want to remove the background of an image, there is a website called RemoveBG. So it's remove.bg, and you simply upload an image and it will take out the background. I suppose the only reason I've got a paid version of Canva is sometimes you get better kind of content that you can add to your images, but also it'll remove the background. I don't need to go somewhere else, but that's purely because I'm lazy. So in order to do a YouTube thumbnail in Canva, you just need to go to the search bar and type in YouTube, and it'll come up. So it gives you the size 1280 by 720, and you'll also get some templates that you can use. So it's worth having a little scroll through, seeing if there's anything that you fancy. Now these are all obviously in certain niches and niche specific, whereas kind of what we're talking about is YouTube. And this is going to sound a little bit silly, but really we want the template to reflect YouTube. Let's have a look. YouTube channel art. That's not really going to cut it, to be fair, but it might give me some ideas. Okay. Strategy such. This is channel art. So these ones are completely the wrong size, but we could resize them. In fairness, there's nothing in there that's floating my boat at all. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back to YouTube thumbnails, and I'm just going to start off with a blank one, and I'll just show you what I would do effectively. So one of the first things I'm going to do is to add my text, and I'm just going to copy that. Now this is not going to be exact because I want it actually capitalized at the beginning. I don't capitalize it too, so I'll capitalize make now with YouTube you normally want to do that, capitalize the T as well, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to actually put in YouTube's logo. I think that would be good. So if I come back to Canva and I hit the text button, it's going to give me some of these styles, I suppose, but that's not what I really want to do. I just want to add that, copy that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out, I'm going to break this up because I know I want to use the YouTube logo. And then I simply, one of the good things about Canva is I can move this around, but if I press Control and C or Command and C on a Mac, and then Control and V or Command and V on a Mac, I get a copy of it. Okay. So this is your starting point, I guess. However, what I want to do is really get this to look how I want, and then I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to delete that, and I go up to text, and I pick something that I think that I like that. Now let me just drag it, and I'm gonna, let's centralize. So I'm going to put it over to the left. Oops. The only fiddly bit is sometimes when you select it, it doesn't quite work. How to make and what I'm going to do is I'm going to squish this down a bit. So if I go to this one here, or lettuce not letter spacing, line spacing, it will now see, because I've got that highlighted, it's only doing that one. So if I unclick that, select the whole thing, line spacing, squishes it up just that little bit. That looks better. How to make, yeah, I want that a bit bigger. Because you remember, this is going to look quite small when you've done it now. I'm going to copy that, paste it, and I'm going to change that one to thumbnail. Get it all on one line, drag it, drag it, drag it, and then drag it down. Come on. So I've got to leave space for the logo of YouTube. So then let's have a look in elements. Let's see if I can get YouTube logo. Look at that. Okay. I like that one. Now that isn't Pro, so you know, if you don't have Pro, you wouldn't get that. However, let's have a look. That one's free. You could use that one definitely. I do like that one as well. I think I'm going to go back to this one, and that's just inserted. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to drag it to where I think. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. What else? Background. Over to the left. Click on background, and you can do colored backgrounds. Okay, you've also got gradients, which look pretty cool. It's a bit dark, it's not quite bright enough. I've used this one before as well. This one, you know, stands out. Obviously patterns, sometimes they just take a little bit too much away from the text. So I tend to not use patterns very often. That one's okay. That's a pattern one you can probably get away with, if I'm honest. Let's have a look. Recently used. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've used that one before. I don't like that one. Just looking for something that pops, really, if I'm honest. I do like that. That looks cool. That might work if I change the color of the text to white. I actually think that needs to be white as well then. No, that doesn't stand out now, that's the problem. I'm going to go with that. Okay. What you also see is a lot of people add images themselves. However, as I mentioned, you can use remove background, and you can upload an image of yourself. Let's see if I've got one that I can just use. See, these have already got backgrounds removed already, so it's not really going to highlight what I want to show you. Let me try that one. I don't know if that one will work. So if I upload that, drop image. So it's kind of done what I wanted it to do, and it's removed the image, and then you can just, it's removed most of the background, and then I can just download it and then apply it. What I can do, so imagine that you've done that. I've already done one, to be fair, so I'll show you how I do that. And add it. So you upload your image and it goes to uploads. I've got lots of images in here, but basically I'll show you how I do that. So I go to upload, device, and then I find my image, which this is going to take some time because I've got so many documents. Images and graphics, there we go, and I've got one for profile pictures, there we go. So if I add that, open, and then that puts that in. and then I simply click on that and it's going to take it in now. See, no background. It's got a background in, it's got a white background in. I don't want the background. Let me just demonstrate how you can do it in Canva if you have the paid version. Remove background, it's got that selected, does its magic, and there we go. It's took out the background for me. So I put that, I'm going to put myself over in the corner. What I tend to do with my image here is, because it cuts off at the shoulder, I tend to skew it a little bit, draw it up a little bit, drag it so I'm kind of off the corner, and then I need to position and move it backwards so the text, I need the text to come forward, position, there we go, that's above me, and that's got me in the corner. Let's make a YouTube thumbnail. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Could do with moving that up a little bit. Okay, and then I just simply click on download. It suggests PNG, however it is a much bigger file. And as you can see, 1280 by 720 pixels is the size that you want to go with, and you just download that. So you can see it's downloading there, and it's titled it there. An alternative that you can use, and it's sometimes I switch between the two, to be honest with you. I switch between something called Thumbnail Blaster and Canva, depending. Sometimes you can get a really good one out of Thumbnail Blaster, and I'll just show you that. So this is the sales page for Thumbnail Blaster. Can't really remember how much it costs, to be honest with you, but I'll put a link down below so you can check it out, and I'll log in and show you kind of how Thumbnail Blaster works. So if you think Canva's a little bit too techy, the good thing about Thumbnail Blaster is you can attach your YouTube accounts, and you can directly upload your thumbnail. So you can create your thumbnail in Thumbnail Blaster and directly upload it to your account, to that video, to the specific video. I'm not going to do that for this demonstration purpose, but I'm just going to create a thumbnail. So I go to Thumbnail Creator. You can also do split testing of thumbnails, which is quite handy as well. So you can create two thumbnails and see which one gets more people to click on it. So as you can see, I've got a few in here, but I'm going to start with no video. And then you've got some of these templates. Now, some of them are club templates. I'll be honest with you, I don't pay for those, so I'm going to turn those off. But these are the ones I can kind of use. Now that one I like, so it's got YouTube in it, so I'm going to go with that. And I'm simply just going to edit the text that's already there, if I'm honest with you. So I'm going to change this bit to how to. Oops. I wonder if I can get creating. Kind of. If I just extend. Needed that to be in capitals. Right, what I want to do is select the background bit. This is where it gets a bit, there we go. So I can drag that, so it now covers the how to create, dead easy. How to create, what was the title? YouTube thumbnails. What I want to do, I'm thinking, is I'm going to select, oops, no, don't want to do that, that's the background. I'm going to move this down, you can group, I believe. So if I select that, oops, I'll just move it individually, but it's fairly simple to do. Move that there. Move that there. Need to lift that up a bit because that black one bit is cutting it off. So I'll just kind of line them up a little bit, and I want to copy that, I think. Now to simply copy, scroll down here, and I believe duplicate is there. There we go. I'm going to change the text to thumbnails. Well, that's obviously a little bit bigger than I want. So what I can do, if it doesn't look right, yeah, I think this needs to be shuffled up, if I'm honest. So I'm going to shuffle that up there. So all the components are there. It's just, I'm just rearranging them a little bit to make them look better. Now I think YouTube and thumbnails would look better with a shadow on it, which you can do, and it always puts the offset to 10 on the X and Y axis and the blur, and I tend to find that's a bit too much, so I'm going to tone it down a bit. I think a bit less, to be honest. Yeah, that looks cool. And again, on that, knock that down to 3. And again, 3 and 3. Seems to work. Yep, like that. How to create YouTube's quick and easy. I'm going to change that to fast. Actually, no, I'm going to put it back. But you can see how easy this is, and the girl in YouTube video is obviously not me, but who cares? That looks pretty cool. So I can rename that. And I can save that as a JPEG. Which it's done, and it's downloaded here. So I've got them both there. If I click save and continue, what that shows you is that, and this is when you've kind of linked it to your YouTube account and your YouTube video, it would basically allow you to publish it straight to the video that you've uploaded already. Another really cool feature is this split testing. So I've just created 2 YouTube thumbnails. So once I've launched my video and uploaded my video, what I can do is I can go into split test here, and what I can do is I can put in the first one that I've done on Canva, the second one that I've done on Thumbnail Blaster, and then I can set how many days I want it to run, and the system will automatically choose the winner. And what it will do is it will show people one and then another. It will kind of split it 50-50 if that's how you want it to work. And then it will choose the winner. As you can see, that one's a winner there. This is kind of a demo account that I'm using. This one I've literally just done, as you can see, completely different thumbnails. So yeah, it's a really useful tool. So I hope that this video has been useful to show you how you can create a YouTube thumbnail very easily. And if I just open that one up and open that one up, so we've now got 2 YouTube thumbnails that we can use, and I'll resize this so you can see them both on the screen. And to be honest, yeah, I think what I'm probably going to do with this is, as a test, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to split test these videos, these thumbnails, and I'll use Thumbnail Blast to split test them. And whichever one is the winner will be the one that gets shown on that video. So yeah, so hope that's been helpful. Thank you very much for watching. If this has been useful to you, hit the subscribe button below so you'll be notified of any future videos that I do, and also ring the bell and therefore you won't miss anything. So yeah, check that out, and also check out the website fastcashaffiliate.com where I share similar content showing you how you can make money online and how you can get through all these technical things that we need to do in order to have a successful business. So check that out, and I'll speak to you soon.